Oh. I don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
The hell was that?
Don't worry about it.
Welcome to the morning show. The only show produced by Poseidon in the morning, which probably explains away all the problems. Not a morning person, barely even a person. The Poseidon 6'9", producing the morning show. We have George coming in. George Jiggity Chandrizos, the host of many a podcast, one of which is the Backstage podcast, and Just Us Dads. George is coming to us live from Brossard because that's where he lives. I mean, there's no real story there. My name is Phil Balabanos, balabanos.com if you want to check out all the things I do. I welcome you back to the morning show on this Friday morning. We've been away for a while. We've been very busy. It's been hectic. It's been hakatuch. I'm in a shit mood because a stupid fucking lady driver, driving a school bus, fucking hit my car while it was parked. It came out of nowhere, she said, about the parked car. And now I gotta deal with the fucking consequences of that. So I'm pissed off and I'm angry, and I don't want to be here. That's where I'm at right now. I'd rather be anywhere else than having to deal with. I don't mean here in the morning show.
Is it just body damage?
It's the fucking bumpers, just
the bumper.
I mean, the light's kind of loose too.
Did the bumper rip?
Yeah, it's cracked.
And the light's cracked as well.
No, the light's not cracked. It's just kind of bubbling there.
Yeah, you gotta buy a new bumper.
But in all the years I've been driving and all the times I've had an accident or someone's hit me, I've never had anyone say to me about a parked car, it came out of nowhere.
Where did this parked car come from?
Oh my God, look at that car that's not moving. Bitch, you're the one moving. How is this bitch driving a school
Look,
bus?
bro, in all fairness, it was black and she doesn't see color, so there's a racist joke somewhere in there.
I didn't say that she was black. She was though.
No, I'm talking about the car.
Oh, she was black too. I see color. 100%. She was black.
Black on black crime is terrible.
It is bad. So yeah, I mean, she was really nice about it, but what else were you gonna be? She's like, let me get your insurance and here's my papers. I'm like, how did you get those so fucking fast? Oh, this happens all the time.
No!
Guys, she didn't hit me with the body of the bus. She hit me with the tire of the bus. Think about how stupid you have to be.
That's interesting. I was in a similar
It
situation.
was like Mad Max because they have those big fucking bolts, right?
Yeah.
Like a fucking chariot. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Was my story interrupting the random shit you're gonna say? Go ahead. Tell me. It better be the best
you had
fucking
finished.
story.
No, I was gonna segue.
Finished. Sure.
A similar thing had happened. I was parking and this lady literally sideswiped an entire car. And I'm like, she was about to hit and run. I'm like, yo, bitch, where the fuck you going? And then exactly like that.
Guys, I stopped to get a coffee. I had the coffee. I was about to leave. And I was like, you know what? Let me go pee before I go.
You shouldn't have peed.
I walk in, I'm peeing, and I hear, Phil, someone hit your car. I'm like, very funny. And then I'm like, yes. He goes, no, dude, somebody actually hit your car. I'm like, God damn it. I came out, what's going on? I walk out. Car seems fine. And then I tilt my head. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
Was it it was a school bus, you said?
It was a sculibase. Yeah, a sculibase. My car goes back in like 5 months. The lease is almost up. Maybe I'll just tape on the bumper. I have that insurance where as long as all the pieces are attached, it doesn't matter if it's damaged. I just don't want to deal with this right now. Like, fuck this.
Bring it to your dad. He'll know what to do. A little duct tape.
My dad? No, I'm gonna gaff tape it. I'm a camera guy. I have lots of camera tape.
Yeah.
That's my plan, I think. It's not even the money. It's just like, why fix it? I'm giving it back.
And you got the insurance, right? They're not going to penalize you for bringing back broken.
No, I have that. I pay extra every month. They basically told me, as long as you return the pieces, as long as they don't even need to be attached to the car, as long as you bring them back,
As long as we have the
you're
pieces,
good.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that's the kind of insurance I have.
that's not bad.
Interesting.
Like if there's scratches, dings, cracks, whatever, I'm covered. I don't have to pay for it.
Good,
So
good one.
whatever. Honestly, fuck everything.
Shit happens, bro.
It's been a rough couple of days. Like
Definitely a
my
bad
little one,
way to start your
the
morning, that's for
baby has pneumonia, so I haven't slept at all.
Is this the second time?
It is the second time she has pneumonia. The last time was like maybe a year ago. She got some kind of virus in her lungs and it became pneumonia. It's happened again. Doctor says it's not dangerous. She's taking fucking penicillin. She should be okay in a few days. But fuck, man, baby's burn hot. Like fucking 41.9 last night while she was puking all over the place. Yeah. It's been a rough couple days, guys. I'm a cranky Phil. George, give me some news. Make me more cranky.
Yeah, let's just start off with the little stuff, and then we'll get on to the more serious things. I don't know if you guys read this morning's news. Shots fired in Park X. We hadn't been in the news for such a long time. It's about time that something happens in Park Extension.
Making Park X great again.
Yeah. Not a lot of information. Basically, corner of Liège and Outremont. There were some gunshots directed to a house, so windows broken. Cops were called in like around 2:30 in the morning. In the picture that I see here in La Presse, I see a lady with a veil and with a colorful little
What are you insinuating,
dress on.
George?
I'm thinking...
Was it the street gangs known as the Bengali Bangers? The Tamil Tigers?
They look Indian. That's from the picture. So I don't know what the hell's going on in the city, guys. Honestly, it was. I think it was only a matter of time before the gunshots came to Park X. It always comes full
came
circle.
back? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, look,
It
man.
always comes-
Honestly, I was in Toronto last week for work, and for about 8 minutes, I was like, "Wow, this is a real city." I was like walking
Why-
around.
yeah,
I
8
was
minutes,
like,
and
look
then
at
what
all
happened?
these buildings. And 8 minutes after, I'm like, "Oh, fuck this place! It all smells like human excrement. Like it's disgusting. It just smells like shit and piss. And there's people dying, literally like crackheads on the street." I'm like, "All right." Aside, like not including Atwater, that area, Montreal's not like that. So like, yeah, good and bad, right? Like, we don't have Toronto level gun violence. Like people get shot in broad daylight. I thought you froze. People get shot in broad daylight at the Eaton Center in Toronto. So like in the food court.
I you know what?
Sounds like a good
I
time.
haven't been to Toronto that much, but the few times that I have gone, I really love that city.
Yeah,
You
would.
It's a great city. The only thing though that bugged me when I went there, and I think I told you this story. We went out with my wife. It was on a Saturday, and at 2:30 in the morning, we couldn't find a place to go. Everything was closed.
Yeah, everything's closed.
We're like, what the hell? And on a Saturday.
I mean, now though, it's like that here too in some parts of the city. Like after COVID. Things
After
close
COVID,
earlier,
but life is coming back slowly. But see, the good thing about Montreal is that any time of the week you drive downtown, there's life. Something's happening. People are moving.
I
You
guess.
go like on a Tuesday night. There's something going on downtown. Like maybe not crazy, but there's people. There's life. There's things. There's shops that are open. Something's happening.
Something's happening. Someone's overdosing somewhere. Some native person's washing a window.
It's nice to see nature healing.
Yeah. We are the virus.
Yeah. So there you have it for the gunshots in Park X.
Bang, bang.
Bang
He
bang.
shot me down.
Bang, bang.
Fuck.
I wanna get very quickly to Ottawa. I don't know if you guys followed yesterday. Chrystia Freeland announced. She pretty much tabled her economic update. So basically, it happens usually at the end of the year, where they follow up on the budget that has been tabled at the beginning of the year, basically, right?
Okay.
So some interesting things. I haven't read it. Obviously, I haven't read it all. I didn't have time. But the interesting things that I took away from her statement was that for the very first time since 2015, since Justin Trudeau's been in power, we don't see this reflex of "don't worry, we'll spend. No, let's just give money away." For the first time ever in what has it been now, 7 years, we heard the phrase "balanced budget." We haven't heard that before ever since 2015.
Well,
except
he did.
during.
Well, there was that instance where he was talking about how the budget is gonna balance
was before,
itself.
That was before his election in 2015. And
Yeah.
in 2015, I remember in that campaign, 2015, he was saying that they're going to incur a slight deficit and to come back to balanced books in 2019, I think it was. Yeah, in 2019. That never happened. They went above, like, what, $80 billion above in deficit, I mean, sorry. So we haven't heard that term since 2015. Unbelievable.
You were like 30 seconds too late.
Yeah, just a little too late.
I have to increase the volume.
Just like his pull-out game.
Hey, how come I ain't got no kids then? Hey,
I didn't say what you were pulling out of or whom.
fuck you.
So yeah, so first time we hear those terms, balancing the budget, it should be balanced by 2028. So in 6 years. And that's it. They're gonna take a lot more care now of the economy. Apparently, they're gonna be a lot more careful in their spending. And a lot of analysts have come out to think that, you know what? Ever since Pierre Poilievre came into the picture and has been bashing you, suddenly you're changing towards a more I don't want to say fiscal conservative agenda because it's not there yet. But
is this the same package that they tabled? What
do you
the
mean?
fuck are you doing?
Bro, fucking Tim Hortons, bro.
He just
swear to
slapped
God,
himself in the tits so hard. Did you guys hear that?
I heard
He's like, pow. Is this the same budget that includes us buying Ukrainian bonds from Canadian banks?
oh my goodness, did you hear that?
This is so stupid.
Did you fucking
They're so dumb. What
Yeah,
are you
this
doing?
This wasn't part of it, but
No?
just to bring everyone to speed, and I don't have all the information, but apparently just
There
sort of
is
came
no
out, I think it was
information. It's
early this
super
week or late
stupid.
last week, and he said in order to support Ukraine, Canada will offer Ukrainian bonds.
Like, what? Like, so what's a Ukrainian bond? Like Dimitri Bond? I'm Bond, Dimitri Bond.
Like, how does that even work? Why would a country secure another country's bonds? I've never heard of that, and of course, look, I'm not an expert.
I don't think it's no one. There's no way they just thought of this for the first time. I'm sure someone's done it. It still probably was dumb then, but like, why? We have no. There's no reason to be. There's no reason. I can't make sentences. Like, it's so stupid. It's up there with like Trudeau himself as existing.
But you see, if it were any country that had any credibility, like economically, I'd be like, okay. But Canada is securing Ukrainian bonds as if what Canada's economy is top notch over here.
I don't like.
We're all speechless. From what I understood, the idea would be that whatever investments are made towards Ukrainian bonds are going to be sent back to Ukraine.
Sure, great. Okay, cool. George, why are we doing it? Like,
because Canada's at war with Russia.
but no, we're not officially. But doing this is effectively an act of war.
I don't know if it's an act of war, but
How is it not? You're financing one party directly now.
Well, individuals can finance one party directly, no?
Not if it's sponsored by the state. It's not individuals.
Yeah, but I mean, tomato, right? I mean, they've been sending arms.
I quit.
They've been sending.
It's kind of like an
equipment.
like an
The same
investment.
thing. What's the difference? They could have just sent money, and Ukraine would have bought the arms, right? Instead, they're sending it to them. So, at the end of the day, it's the same argument.
So if Ukraine loses, do you lose your investment?
That is a good question, George. As our in-house
Yeah,
financial
I'm not an expert, but
specialist.
I would
you're not.
think
Okay.
that your money is down the track because from what I understood, look, I'm not an expert. For the way I understood it is that Canada is guaranteeing the bonds.
Lovely.
so
What are we
that
guaranteeing it
investors
with?
could
Because
feel-
we have no money.
Yeah, so that investors could feel confident in buying them, and those investments are going to be sent back to Ukraine.
And who's guaranteeing our money? Because I want to make
They're
investors
backed by
comfortable.
AK-47s and bullets.
Who's going to guarantee your money? Nobody guarantees
Exactly.
your money ever.
It's all a fucking shell game, George. It's just one big shell game, and we're just fucking.
You guys invested in
taking
crypto. What
dicks.
happened to that? Who's
My
guaranteeing
crypto
your
is at
money?
0. Nobody guaranteed my money. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying, though. But there wasn't a secondary party saying we're going to guarantee this, who is unguaranteeable.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
bankrupt Canada is guaranteeing Ukrainian bonds now. That's what's happening. That's what we're doing.
Oh, is he talking about that?
No, I brought it up because I thought it was hilarious.
Do you know about that, George?
Well, I
muted.
hadn't heard of it until you guys until
hear
you sent me
myself.
the link, which was it was funny. It's funny.
know.
I mean, I don't know. I've never seen anything like this happen before.
I mean, wrong. They're all supposed to work. They're all connected, no?
No, one of them doesn't work for whatever reason. This one's not plugged in anymore. This one, I don't know.
What's going on here, Poseidon?
Poseidon, okay, I'm going to tell you what he said, and it made me angry. He said he's brought up the cable management of the headphone situations. Nothing's being done about it.
Is that what he said?
And I lost my shit for a
Yeah,
second.
because we literally everything was working. What has been done so it doesn't work?
No, but I mean the management. Like,
What about it?
hook them on the side.
The management is very
What do you mean hook
simple.
them up? None of them are working. What does it matter where I hook them if they're
Mine
not
works.
connected? Mine don't.
They don't work now?
No.
Which one did you? Which one?
Well,
It
I
doesn't matter.
tried
They
it.
should all be on.
They should all be on, yeah.
No, there's always one that doesn't work because of the new roadcaster.
Let's see how this plays out.
That's not true.
Oh, he said a lie.
There are 4 in there. There are 4 inputs.
Yeah, there's 4 inputs.
Yeah.
One?
Yeah?
Oh, right. He's right. Okay, there's
No,
5
no, he's not.
headsets.
He's not. There's 5 headsets, 4 inputs because we use a splitter for one of these.
No, we don't.
Yeah, we do. I brought a fucking splitter. There's a splitter on there, no? What's that white thing?
We're clearly not using it. He's just sitting there, guys. Oh man, this is great. He's standing there going,
Well,
"Yeah,
why
it's
is
a
anyone
splitter,"
filming this?
but it's not plugged into anything. He's just holding it.
But hold on, when I initially recommended this,
Oh no, okay.
Recommended,
Oh, he
yeah, go on.
recommended it.
it wasn't. Anyways,
It wasn't what?
can you hear now?
No.
You haven't done anything.
You
Why
haven't
would
done
be able
anything for me to hear.
We haven't changed anything.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, only you can see that, George.
See what?
Poseidon's ass in the. He's not on the main. Oh, look! Basically, it's a shot of George and then 2 shots of Poseidon.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
This is the one I was just wearing.
That's where this should be working. The volume's on.
Is it?
Mine works. I don't know why
mine.
it works, but it works.
No.
Nothing. And George.
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get your shit in order, bro. What the fuck's going on there?
Were you listening in this morning?
Negative.
Yeah, I got hit by a bus.
No, that.
Yeah,
I
park.
want to hear about it. Hold on, but I can't hear.
Well played.
I would love to hear about it, but I hear nothing.
I'd love to hear, but I can't
The
hear.
other headphones?
Which ones?
Let's see. This one's not plugged in. It's the one I unplugged. Okay, let's check this one.
Yeah, the one that Phil grabbed.
Mic check. Mic. Nope, not working.
Try those ones.
Testing. Not these ones either.
Are yours working?
How the fuck are none of the headphones?
Are yours working?
Yes,
Yeah.
This is a fucking piss off, man.
they were working last.
Yeah.
So what? Just hand him Poseidon's earphones, man.
They don't reach over here.
Oh fuck.
And then how would he
Hell out of
hear?
Poseidon,
How would he
man, like-
hear his amazingly well-timed sound bites?
You could continue. You can
Yeah,
continue with
George,
George as he figures his shit out.
I'll try and let you infer what I'm saying from the conversation. Okay.
Okay.
Or here. Better.
No, just go. Just go.
You want to come sit next to me? So we run a top shelf establishment here.
I
okay?
used to run it. Yeah, but
Top of the line facilities, the very best. These things sometimes happen. I guess.
These are these
Yeah,
are
George. So
technical
okay,
issues.
what did you have after the Ukrainian bond? So there's shots fired in Park X, bang bang.
Shots fired in Park X.
What sorry, hold on. What is
did
that plug
Pantelis
that's
hear
not
about
plugged
that?
into anything?
That's one of the headphones, the 4th headphone.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Go on. Pantelis, he would like to know. I'll play interpreter. Have you heard about the gunshots in Park Extension?
I have not. No, is
He
this
has
recent?
not. George. Well, no, George can hear you. Sorry. Yeah. Yes, there was a shooting by the Bengali bangers who are fighting with the Tamil tigers. It's a
Are
turf war.
I know the Tamil tigers are real. Is the Bengali bangers a real thing, or are you making that
No
up?
idea, no
Yeah,
idea what he's
he
talking
says
about.
absolutely. It was confirmed by the SPVM.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Those are good names.
there's like a deep what, George? Undercover. They're a gay gang? No.
They're not a gay gang. Is that what he said?
Oh yeah, apparently they're the Bengali gang. They're a fucking George. Stop.
They're not called the Bengali ass bangers.
They're the
bro.
Bengali bangers, and they're having a turf war with the Tamil tigers.
Really?
Yeah.
A turf war.
They're turf.
Is anyone gonna remind them that it's my fucking turf? Are they doing it in Park X for
George
real?
says, check yourself before you wreck yourself.
George didn't say anything. I'm looking at his face.
It's a delay.
He didn't. So this is all happening for Park X?
I'm making it all up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's making.
Let him do the news,
Try
bro.
these.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I hear him. I hear him.
Yeah.
There was somebody unplugged.
Yeah, talk
Yeah,
shit now
somebody
that he can
unplugged.
hear you.
It's a little too loud, this one now.
Yeah, mine's a bit loud too, actually.
Maxed.
I can hear my beard scrunching.
This one's max. Oh, yeah, you do hear your bitch.
He's scratchy.
ASMR beard
lower
play.
I don't know if it's that one.
Which one am I lowering?
I don't know. It's not mine.
Okay. Yours should be no. That one.
Test. No.
No,
Keep going.
That was mine.
That was yours.
No,
Keep
it's a
going.
bit-
Keep going. No, it wasn't. So go to the fourth one. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. Okay. Is that better?
It's a little. Open it up a bit. Let's hear George.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. I just got a text message. Yes, I am raging. It is. It is absolutely infuriating. It is absolutely infuriating.
Which part?
It's like giving someone a house plant and they don't water it, and then you come back and it's dead. You're like, bro, why is it? You're like, bro, I have to put water on this thing, bro. Why didn't you come water
No,
it?
that's wrong.
It's one of those
You're
things.
wrong. You're wrong. It would be haven't
Somebody
watered it
unplugged it.
ever, and then when you ask them what happened, they're like,
who
"But I
could have
water it
unplugged
every
it?
day, bro."
Somebody pulled on the wire
Probably
and
a
unplugged.
foot.
The
But who-
cable management
but-
is a shit show.
Right, but who? Oh, the cable management is a shit show.
Yeah.
Bro, literally
Who's in charge?
fails.
Who's in charge of cable management?
Who's it?
I am.
The
Poseidon.
No, cable. I'm in charge of cable. Bro, if you were in charge of this fucking place, like you should be, you couldn't have been like someone did something. You're aware of everything, no? You're here every time somebody records.
Yes, but a lot of the people that rent the studio don't put on headphones.
That's fine. So then how would they damage
So
it?
I don't know because I don't get any feedback, so couldn't have known it's unplugged.
But wouldn't you have been aware of somebody unplugging it? Wouldn't you have seen someone fucking going crazy?
Well, no, because it's under the table.
I'm gonna
What's
give.
on the table?
I'm gonna allow this
The
one.
plug,
thing.
the plug.
Yeah, but for it to become unplugged,
Yeah.
wouldn't it have to
No.
be a situation?
No, it's
There's-
plugged.
there's
There's
one
an
thing that-
extension under the table that connects to the headphones.
There's a connection, not an extension. There's one thing that could have
Connection, sorry.
happened, which he should have checked. But if
What?
you pull one of these two, I just looked at how it's connected.
XLR
way-
cable.
You can actually put tension on the connection. It could unplug, but it couldn't unplug
four?
all three.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
or two,
You're
I guess.
getting
it was.
angry about something that's so like
No,
overhead,
you're
like,
getting
it's-
angry.
No. You're getting angry.
You kept saying the cable management is atrocious.
Yeah. You're getting
Take
angry.
initiative, fix it. What do you want me to
Yeah,
tell
you
you?
take zero initiative. You just sit there and you fucking wallow in self pity. That's what you do. Like instead of taking some initiative, be like, "Oh fuck, how the fuck did it get that way? I'm gonna fix this once the show's over."
what I did. I
no,
fixed it.
no, you sat there and you fucking angrily, you shelled up, and what did you start saying? You're like, "Fucking, I don't manage the cables here. I don't fucking." That's what you were doing.
What? But
That's
I
what you've
fixed
been
it,
doing.
Didn't I? I fixed it.
That's what you've been
He
doing.
did
Why?
fix it.
Out,
I fixed it,
out
didn't
of
I?
necessity, out of fucking anger.
What?
This should have been fixed. This is shit that shouldn't have been happening. None of the fucking headphones.
But this
working.
kind of shit happens.
It happens.
Anyways,
Like-
this
like,
is a
you get-
circular. It's a circular thing. It's
But
stop.
then-
Just
hold
stop.
on, but
just
then
stop.
you get angry,
Just stop.
and then-
of course I get angry, bro, because you tell me that you run this place, right? You tell me
Yeah.
that you run it properly. If it's not the
Bro,
fucking
headphones
cameras,
unplugged.
it's the headphones today.
George.
The other day was the computer. Then it was the fucking mouse and keyboard. Then it was the cameras.
Okay.
It's the headphones today.
Okay.
You're making it seem like this is isolated. This is the only thing that happens.
I had a bad
but it's the
morning.
headphones today.
Yeah.
But it's
Just wanna watch the
everything
world
else. And now
burn.
it's the headphones. And next
It's
week it's
fucking
something else.
technical shit. Shit happens, and then you
Okay.
fix it.
Yeah, it's technical shit.
I got hit by
Tell
a
me about
bus.
the bus.
Just,
Like
just for-
real or no?
Real, yeah. I'll show you a picture.
Just for anyone, for everyone's benefit, this isn't scripted, by the way.
It's all reality TV,
This is
bro.
part of the show.
I was parked the last spot on St. Roch and Champagneur, not Champagneur, where the bus stop is. The bus stop where the guy died, where the bricks fell.
Next doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he died finally, that guy?
Yeah, that guy died.
Finally,
Dude,
he died on the spot.
Like he died there.
I'm saying, like, I didn't know. Finally, in the sense that, oh.
He was
that's
crushed by a building.
Yeah, he died. That guy died.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he
okay.
didn't make it. Anyways, what is that? Champagneur or Outremont?
That's Champagneur.
That's Champagneur.
So I parked. I was, I would guess, 1 inch on the yellow line. Like I was at the edge, not in the intersection, but like, you know how they've painted the yellow lines. I had coffee, standing outside. I was about to leave, and I was like, I'm gonna go pee.
Oh, so you were standing. This wasn't in your car.
No, I wasn't in the car. Car was parked. I walk inside, peeing, and I hear, Phil, your car got hit. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I
Oh,
hear
that's
knock,
what you
knock,
mean by
knock.
it got hit.
So I come out, and there's a school bus, and my bumper is...
And the school bus ran away?
No, she stopped.
I was a woman driver.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is exactly what she said.
Everything's adding
She
up.
looks at me, she goes, oh, is it your car? I'm like, yeah. She goes, I'm so sorry, it just came out of nowhere. I'm like...
She didn't say that, don't lie.
She did.
You're
go,
lying.
what do you mean? She
You're
goes,
lying. That's a Phil line. There's
Nope.
no way this woman
It
said
came
that.
out
no.
of nowhere. I go, what do you mean? She goes, it came out of nowhere. Like I was turning and there it was. I was like, it was a parked car.
No. You missed. That was in your
Terry
head.
was there, you
She
can
said
ask him.
something else. There's no way she said that's a Phil line. It came out of nowhere.
I wish.
came out of nowhere.
Because I wasn't going to get mad at her. There was a bunch of kids on the bus. She was taking them to school. I wasn't going to start a fight. I was just like, give me your information, whatever. I was more like defeated.
How old were these kids? What time was this?
They were late for school. They were very happy about it.
But how old?
How old?
Like roughly.
Elementary school.
Elementary school age. And it was at 8:36 a.m.
Like late
man.
elementary or early, like 5th, 6th grade, or like 1st, 2nd?
I would say
Well,
between
everything,
3rd
man.
and 6th. George, were you there?
Yeah, George, why are you talking?
What are you fucking saying? Everybody, bro, all
Elementary
the
bus.
ages.
Don't they pick up all the students like from?
I don't
they
know what
do.
school this is, bro. I don't know
Yeah,
what fucking
that's
school this
true,
is.
that's
This could be
true.
a special needs school. I don't know. Phil could have hit a short bus. I don't know.
I didn't hit anyone.
According to my story, you did.
Oh, fair enough. But I came out of nowhere.
Yeah,
You
that's
came out
what
of nowhere, Phil.
So how is your car destroyed?
I mean, the bumpers, none of the metals, like the bodywork is fine. It's just I have those plastic sport bumpers because it's a Hyundai Kona, bro. It's top of the line.
Do you need those?
I mean, I need them to not fall off while I'm driving. It holds my license place.
Do you have a picture?
I have a picture.
Can I see it?
I just showed you. You didn't see it?
I saw the bus. I saw the blue
Oh,
bus.
okay,
Show
here.
me the back of the bus.
Here we popped it slightly back in.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, he can fix that.
She hit it. No, it's cracked though, like through. She hit it with the bolts on the tire. You know, like the Chariots had? That's what hit me. Because I saw like
Like it comes out.
yeah, they these big ass like 3-inch bolts. That's what hit me. Like that means that she didn't fuck up halfway through the turn. Like she turned into me, like just hit me. Think about that for a second.
Yeah, because you're not supposed to extend that far out.
No, that's not what I mean. If she turned and the back of the bus rubbed against me, it was just a bad turn. I mean, whatever. But she hit me with the front of the bus. Like, think about how badly you have to turn
Yeah.
to hit something with the front of your car, not to graze it, to scrape it.
she went into the car.
She just like, I mean, this is the car. She went like this.
So who pays in this instance?
I do. It's no fault insurance. She's like, we're gonna do insurances. I'm like, who cares? It's no
Can you
fault insurance.
explain, George? Again, this doesn't make any sense
No
to me.
fault insurance? I'll
he
explain it
pays
to you.
for his insurance, right? You pay. It's two-way, no?
Yeah, but I have a deductible, so I don't think this is a big enough job. I'll still end up paying.
I don't know.
Yeah,
She
Will?
just ran in. This wasn't even you drive. You weren't even in the car.
No. I would have preferred if she left. I would have just said it's a hit and run.
This is technically
would've been the
this is a
best.
hit
She
and
didn't
stay.
run.
It's the same
she's
thing.
She's a hit and explain herself away.
But it still takes a hit on your for your insurance. No, they fucking messed it up. Remember back in the day, it was
They didn't. They is the city because the city is the one who fought for this because they used to get sued all the time because by insurance companies for the fucking
potholes?
yeah, people's cars used to get destroyed.
No, that had they had taken that out, since a long time ago now. No, but what it was before, let's say in this particular case, since it was the other woman's fault, your insurance wouldn't be affected at all. It was her insurance that would pay your damage.
I mean,
they changed that now.
technically, I was partially over the line. If we had a fault
line?
insurance, the yellow line, I was too close to the curb. But I wasn't like
All right, now
obscenely
the
close.
plot thickens. Now this is your fault.
No, I explained
you,
it at the-
you
I said it
took
at the
your
beginning.
life into your own hands.
I said
by
at the
doing
beginning,
that.
I was 2
He
inches
said he
over
was
the line.
about an inch on the line.
1 or 2 inches over the line.
Bro, ask your wife, bro. 1 or 2 inches makes a difference.
But and she hadn't noticed until some random Southeast Asian bystander walked up and she goes, "He should not be parked there." I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?
Are you serious?
Who's
Someone
talking
said that?
to you?" Yeah. I go, "No one's even arguing here. You just stopped for no reason to fucking come and start shit. Like,
He's
get
one
out
of
of
the
here."
Bengal bangers.
One of the Bengal bangers. Yeah, that's right. Told you they were gay bang.
Is that a real name though? Bengal
It's
bangers.
Bengal bangers.
Is
Yeah,
that a
That's
super
such
chat
a
there?
cool name.
I made it up.
Oh, Bengal bangers is so
It is
cool.
good. Tamil Tigers is real though.
Tamil Tigers, I know.
They're a
them, yeah.
terrorist organization.
They're not a terrorist
Yeah.
organization.
I mean, they used to
Stop.
be.
No, they're not.
Well,
We have
they're
a super chat
recognized here as a
of
terrorist.
LOL 1399.
What super chat?
Yeah.
So here's how it works.
It went forgotten by Mr. Matos Lasos. What the fuck?
Well, let me- I wanna read it.
Lasos.com.
Matoslassos.com.
I hope he
That's a good
serves poutine. Lasos.com.
Matos is like
What are
killing
you
the
saying,
sauce.
Poseidon?
So rule number 1, you're always responsible for repairing the damages that are done to your car.
Go fuck yourself.
And then you're never responsible for repairing the damages done to another car. in
I like
Quebec.
that.
That's it.
However, you shouldn't be responsible. Your insurance should be. Like if you take your car, right, and you run 9 people over, your insurance, that's why you have insurance, right? Should be, they're just going to pay it? They're going to be like, well, he has no fault, so I'm fucked.
Wait, what?
So let's say right now you run 9 people over with your car.
Yeah,
You're
sounds like a
insured.
good
You're
plan.
fully insured, okay?
Yeah.
You're breaking
By
legs,
accident or on purpose?
heads, murder. Doesn't matter. What does it matter?
Oh, that's public. That's the SAC insurance. That's different.
So what does your insurance cover?
So
Damage to your vehicle.
the
No, it
damage
doesn't
to-
because you keep paying for your own shit.
Yeah, it's just so the insurance can pay for big damages. That's it.
What's the big damage?
I
if
mean,
only
if
your
you have a
vehicle.
deductible
even-
of $500, but you have $10,000 worth of damage, you're paying $500 and they're paying the difference.
Let me put it simply.
No, you're not, because if you
Somebody-
have $10,000 worth of damage, they're gonna tell you it's a perte totale. Fuck off.
Somebody could burn a red light and T-bone your car and demolish your car.
Mm-hmm.
It's your fault. It's your responsibility.
That's not your
that
fault. It's
happened
just that it's not his fault. The way the
It's not
insurance
his-
works
it's his
now is that his
responsibility.
insurance will take care of his damage.
Yeah.
Your insurance will take.
Yeah, that's it.
The bad thing in this is that you take a hit for someone else's stupidity.
Exactly.
So for example,
Yeah.
obviously
Well, that's
that's going
Quebec
to increase
insurance.
your premium, and if you want to change insurance company, it follows you, right? So they're
Yeah.
going to be like,
That's why I'm considering not
bothering.
bothering with this, considering I have the lease insurance.
Well, that's why my insurances went up. I got into I had that big accident where I was literally taking a left turn.
That was 100% the lady's fault.
Yeah, she burnt a fucking double yellow solid line, and
She went around. Just imagine you're going straight, and on your left is the opposing. She went into the left, the other lane, to try to cut him off while he's turning
yeah,
Oh
left.
my god!
While he was turning left.
tried
Yeah.
to overtake me. Yeah,
Yeah, she was working at the bank, TD Bank. Just so you guys know what the banks are up to. They're trying to kill people if they don't have money in their account.
oh fuck, you bastard!
They're taking.
That one's clever.
They're,
That
they're
one's
going
clever.
after the marginalized poor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That one's clever.
She's like, your account is taking space.
was
Years
very
ago,
clever.
I was driving. You know where the condos are on Bates, like between Côte des Neiges and Park and
I
Outremont?
actually do know exactly what you're talking
So I
about.
was driving, and there was a car in front of me going very slowly for like, I don't know, 2 minutes. And I was starting to get annoyed. Then she turned on, it was a minivan. Then she turned on her right blinker and started veering right. I thought she was letting me pass her. So I passed her on the left. There was no coming cars, whatever. As I'm approaching her, doesn't she just make a left-hand U-turn?
Oh, that's what happened to me
but
when I
the-
fought with that black guy downstairs.
We had a head-on collision. My car was totaled.
No. Me, it was almost. And then he starts swearing at me, and I lost my shit. I go, what are you fucking talking about? He's like, you should have known that I was going to do this. I was going to do that. I go, how would I? A fucking mind reader? You didn't even put your flash on.
If she had no flasher on, I wouldn't have passed her. But because she had a right flasher, and it seemed like, it really felt
The
like
guy,
she was
look
letting me
at what he
pass.
did. We're going. I'm behind him. We're going straight. He just in the back, you know where
Yeah.
the container areas are. He just takes a sharp right away, bam, left. Just
hate
doesn't
when
say
people
anything.
do that.
So I'm like, okay, I keep going straight because why would I turn left? I'm going straight, right? And then what does he do? As soon as he goes all the way left and then fucking does a U and comes right into me like
ridiculous.
a
Fucking
T-bone
nuts,
thing.
man.
And then he starts getting mad at me, and I go, "You fucking crazy?" He's like, "You should have known that I would have wanted to river." I go, "How the fuck? What am I telepathic? I go, "Are you serious?"
So dumb.
Yeah.
So dumb. I'll
know-
never
you know-
forget when Anna showed up that day and she's like, why aren't you yelling at her? I'm like, Anna, the woman's clearly like
Yeah, these
recovering
are low
from
IQ.
cancer.
Oh.
She's like bald, like she's probably in chemo. I'm
could've
not
been a
gonna yell at
skinhead,
her.
though, you don't
she
know.
goes, what are you talking about? She's a Hasidic Jew. I'm
there's
like,
that too, yeah.
she's not a cancer patient? She's like, no. I'm like, listen here, bitch.
Yo, speaking of these Jews,
what do
what's
they do?
happening
Oh.
with Kanye? Is he okay now? Because I heard that he said he's taking a
meds?
verbal cleanse.
he's not talking to anybody for 30 days.
He will not speak for 1 month. Now, does that mean he will not type? I doubt it.
Will not speak for 1 month. What
Yeah.
does that solve? Nothing.
Yeah, it'll make. I don't know, man. It's his revenge.
I'm still upset that we never got to see the conclusion to this epic saga. He was clearly setting something up about someone specific when he made all those comments. Now we'll never know what
No,
he was
he
going to
did.
say.
He talked about it in interviews.
Did
We know
he?
what he meant.
Oh, I
Yeah,
haven't seen the
he said
interviews.
I was talking about my
was that?
managers and the lawyers that signed my contract and my doctors. They all Jews and they all fucked me over. He said it. Yeah,
I mean, coincidentally, they're all Jews. Yeah, I mean,
yeah
that's
you know,
what happened.
dude. If you, same
I
logic.
can't
Same
stop-
logic could apply to Greek
But
restaurateurs
what's
in
the
Montreal.
situation is that he could have just, singled those people out instead of generalizing Jews,
I mean, I think it was the DEF CON comment. That's what really,
That's what really got
elevated
people. Yeah.
it.
I still don't understand what DEF CON means, but I like it. DEF CON.
Definitive conflict. No, isn't that what it
Is that what it means for?
I'm not sure. Check it.
So he's
look it
like,
up.
I'm definitively conflicting with these guys.
Like, I'm raising the fucking threat level on these motherfuckers.
There's just a Jew who owns a deli. He's like, what?
Esther, get in here. The black guy's after us.
It actually doesn't make sense, this comment, because there's different levels to DEF CON.
He said
That's
DEF
why
CON 3.
he's going
Oh,
to
DEF CON 3. So exercise term, roundhouse, readiness, Air Force, 15 minutes to mobilization.
Okay, so he was 15 minutes to mobilization.
Yeah. Force readiness increased above normal levels.
Okay, so he's like fucking elevating.
He was very
He's escalating.
Yeah, his threat level was increased.
DEF CON 2 is near nuclear war.
Okay, we weren't there. That's good.
We weren't there. He wasn't ready to nuke these Jews.
No, I'm gonna nuke the Jews. That's what he's gonna do.
And then Iran just calls him. We've been saying this for years.
Mr. Jesus. Hello, Jesus.
You remember how Dennis Rodman got like tight with North Korea?
Yeah.
Kanye gets tight with Iran.
Oh no.
Because you heard Iran's official stance. They're like, the Holocaust never happened. And
Yeah.
Kanye is like, I always suspected as much.
Oh god. That Jimmy Carr Holocaust joke though.
a good joke.
Fucking good.
Yeah. Fuck. Anyways, the guy clearly he's not all there. I don't want to make fun of him
he's-
because
there's
I
something
do.
wrong. There's
I do
something
feel a little
wrong.
bad.
You
I
know
think
who I
he
wanna
doesn't
make
know how
fun
to
of?
articulate. I think it sounds bad to us because we're taking You know why it sounds bad to everyone? Because we're accepting it as if that's what he means to say. We're not admitting that we know that he's not fully articulate and he's not exactly explaining things the way he wants to say them. So we're just taking it at face value. You get it? I think we're part of the problem.
I think he's an unwell person saying wild, crazy shit. And,
yeah, but it's not in his head. It's not coming out like, you know, you're like, yo, this guy's saying that he's being racist. But in his head, he's not like, yo, I'm gonna say some wild shit. He thinks it's coming shit out. Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. The here to here connection is busted up.
Yeah. It doesn't sound, and they're making, oh, he's a racist.
You know who we can make fun of?
It's not
though?
even that.
This is who we should make fun of. All the Jewish influencers who are praising Adidas.
Oh, I didn't see
and they're
that.
all going to buy their Yeezy, their boosts.
I know who you're talking.
What?
You know who I'm talking about, eh? I watched this guy I know. He's one of my, he used to be, not anymore. He's in a different industry now. He was one of my competitors. And he was going on like, as a Jewish guy, I've never bought any Adidas. And he's going on and on and on. And how now, because they stood for the Jewish people, he's going to go buy Adidas.
They did not stand for the Jewish people.
They stood for their fucking book.
They stood for the almighty dollar. I'm going to tell you something. Do you realize what kind of a dumb bitch you have to be to say that? You're like, now that they cleverly attacked a clearly mentally disabled black man in the media, I will forget about the assistance they made to killing my people.
So
this is
I'm glad
fucking crazy.
I'm glad you brought that up.
This is insane, bro. People are so stupid. What a dumb generation.
I never engage with these types of people anymore. Like, I don't bother. But this time I was like, oh, so the Dasslers as founding members of the Nazi Party?
That's cool.
That's forgiven and forgotten. He blocked me. He blocked me.
No.
I didn't public message. I DM'd him. Like, I know the guy. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? I'm going to go buy my first Adidas. And he went and he tried shit on and then he bought one t-shirt.
I wear Adidas. I love Adidas shoes, but it has nothing to do with the Nazis. I didn't even realize how much connection they had to the Nazis when they first started. But then again, every German company had to. They were part of the German
Yeah, the
thing.
Dasslers, though,
the
were
only
like
reason
deeply
why I like
embedded
Adidas,
in the Nazi Party.
I feel like their group of Indonesian children make better shoes than the children that Nike used.
I find that the Nike Indonesian slaves, which are Malaysian, I think, they make a nicer sole. It's more comfortable.
So I sent something to Poseidon this morning.
Hey, wait.
That I found.
Kanye should get a fucking deal with Fila. Remember what we used to call Fila when we were in elementary school?
Not me.
All of everyone.
No,
Finally, I left Adidas.
Oh, I remember
that.
I remember Adidas all day. I dream about sex.
I didn't know that one. That's such a 9-year-old joke.
Poseidon. So I had sent Poseidon something, and we could talk. So there's a movie that had come out. It was called like The Woman King or some shit.
The Woman, the Woman
I've
King,
seen that. You
yeah.
sent it on
With what's her
TikTok.
name?
And it was based on like, so they were trying to be like, look at this lady. First of all, a woman king is called a queen. Like, ladies, open up a book. And but the thing is,
Dangerous when they read.
yeah, obviously. But the thing is, you thought it was like some kind of a woman empowerment thing, and then if you look into it, who these people were, they were fucking trash.
Like an African tribe, no?
Yeah, but like one of the worst. Basically, when slavery was abolished all around the world, like all the modern countries, they still had it. They would go to different villages and fucking enslave people.
I mean, they were doing it way before also.
They were cannibals. They were like
They weren't cannibals.
Yeah, they were like the meanest, the worst fucking people. And Hollywood is trying to whitewash it. Like, look at this lady. It's like, God damn.
And their leader was a woman.
According to Hollywood, I don't know if that's true. It might
I'm
be.
gonna look into it. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, Viola Davis, I love her as an actress.
Viola Davis, that's her
very,
name.
very good. Very, very good, this lady. But yeah, a lot of bullshit.
Not to be confused with Tara G.P. Henson. That's someone else I found
Fucking
out.
Hollywood, bro.
By the way, I finally found it. Sorry, I know we moved past the conversation. I found
insurance.
the clip of Kanye West with his Jewish doctor.
Oh yeah, say it.
Yeah,
the one that I was laughing at on Twitter. I posted on Twitter.
Yeah, you want me to bring it up?
Yeah, bring it up. Bring it
do
up. When he says I can't say what they are, that one.
Yeah.
Look at it. This is the greatest.
Hold on.
This
haven't
is
seen
so
this.
good. This is my this is when I told people, look, you could tell that he has a problem.
Hold on.
Like right now, I can tell.
Yeah, his face. But look.
Drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what hospital, and what media went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
He was doing really good for a while.
Disorder that would have
This
on
guy's
medication
amazing.
right now.
That's so good. You want me to continue it or
No. People get the
Up
point.
until he paused, I was like, okay, the guy's skirting it, but I see what he's doing.
Yeah, and then he's like, fuck it, I
He's
can't hold it
clearly
in
not
anymore.
unwell. He knows he shouldn't say it.
Yeah,
the best, bro. He's amazing.
this guy's hilarious.
Let's get to Quebec for
yay.
a second, guys, before I go.
Are you going to talk about the oath?
Yes, I know
Which
that
oath?
you've been itching.
There's a
Oh,
bunch of
I've been
oaths.
itching to talk about it because I think I don't like your take and I want to hear it.
It is a
Hold on.
stupid take.
Before we get to the to the oath, let's just get over the crisis happening in the Liberal Party.
There's
Ever
another
since the
crisis?
election- Ever since the election, Dominique Anglade's leadership has been in question, right? And there's been a lot of murmurs, and
But I saw her post a nice TikTok dance.
Whatever. Yeah, that was I think during the debate. That was embarrassing. But anyway, so there's been all these things happening behind the scenes, questioning her leadership. Nobody in the caucus has been really talking much. And then last week, she had to announce her shadow cabinet. And the media
sounds
got
sneaky.
the list of names, who's getting what responsibility, and there was one name missing, Marie-Claude Nichols. So Marie-Claude Nichols gets elected in Vaudreuil. It's in the west of Montreal, and she didn't have any responsibility. She was left out of the list. So journalists kept digging in, like, why didn't she get anything? And then that same day, the caucus chair came out and said that, well, we're ejecting her from caucus because she was refusing to take any responsibilities that Dominique Anglade was giving her.
Which were?
She wanted to be the third vice speaker of the House. Dominique Anglade didn't give it to her, and instead she was giving her transport, which is a very good file, but whatever. She didn't want it. But in any case, I think it goes beyond that. I think it's all calculated from her to create a little situation. So she had said to Dominique Anglade, listen, this is my first choice. This is the choice I want. If you don't give me this, then don't give me anything. Just leave me in opposition sitting with no responsibilities. Dominique Anglade had an issue with that. Finally, she thought the better idea was to eject her from caucus. All hell fucking broke loose. It was ridiculous. People went bananas in their fucking caucus. Nobody knew anything about it. The members of the party started yelling. It wasn't pretty, to the point where Dominique Anglade, for sure, she took shit from the party and from her caucus. She backtracked a couple days after that. And she's like, okay, well, look, I agree that we moved maybe a little too quickly on this matter. Our door is always open, and we're extending our hand to Marie-Claude Nichols for her to come back. She's a liberal, we know it, so we'll be more than happy to take her in.
Watch yourself.
Now, I did an episode on this, and I thought, look, the best thing she could do is not fucking join this caucus. The ball has already started rolling, and that's exactly what she did. She announced this on Tuesday, she announced that she won't be going back into the caucus. She prefers staying as an independent because she's lost confidence in Dominique Anglade. It would be completely hypocritical of her to go and support or act like she's supporting a leader that has lost all control and all credibility.
I'm with her.
And the one thing she said that it just stamped everything in the end, she's like, listen, I don't want to be the source of distraction in the caucus. And more importantly, I don't want to be that buoy that saves Dominique Anglade from sinking.
Oh, shit. Okay, so she's, okay.
Oh, man. So I don't know what's happening now in the caucus. So Dominique Anglade came out after and said, okay, well, look, we did what we have to do. She made her decision. We respect her decision. Of course, the door will always remain open for her. And she turned the page, and we're going on to other things. I'm not so sure that the page is turned, though, with the membership of the party. There's a lot of discussions still happening. And there's a lot of question on whether or not Dominique Anglade will stay up until Christmas. Is she even going to make it that far? So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen with Dominique Anglade? Obviously, there's she's walking on fragile ground.
Fragile.
And I just
Some would say fertile.
Yeah. I've been saying it from the campaign. During the campaign, we were doing the QC brief there with my friend Michael. We were always thinking that if she gets the results that they were predicted to get, that the best thing for her would have been to resign. I mean, there's nothing more. I mean, you can't really come out on top and say that, like, you can't find anything positive following that campaign, which was disastrous for the Liberal Party. It was the worst one in their history. They're left with 21 MNAs, and now without Marie-Claude Nichols, they're down to 20.
Well, look, in her defense, nobody gives a shit. So go on to the oaths that I want to hear about.
Yeah, so that's what's happening with the PLQ. The other crisis happening in the National Assembly is between the PQ and Quebec Solidaire. Right after the elections, these parties did not meet the requirement to be recognized as official parties in the National Assembly. So for those wondering, to be recognized as an official party, you need to have either 20% of the popular vote or 12 seats. None of those two parties got that. So initially, right after the elections were done, everybody knew that
Okay, look.
that one for the
Hold on a second. Hold on a second,
look.
George. I have a situation here. I don't know what's
That's
going
unfair.
on.
That's unfair.
All I know is that I'll tell you right now what I saw. Phil walked into the room, looked at Poseidon and Poseidon's screen, put his hands on his hips, and was showing extreme disappointed parent vibes.
What just happened is very unfair.
They're having stop
everything is
talking.
unfair. What happened?
They're having a conversation here about
Yeah.
the news. I don't know what you guys were talking about exactly.
Yeah,
I
and
walk
he's
in.
producing,
our
right?
producer is checking out on Twitter. I assumed he was doing research. Some big booty bitches.
Yeah, that sounds like Poseidon. Okay. There's another one. There's another one. For the people that are making the compilation video of Poseidon fuck-ups, there's another one right there.
Hold on. I pressed on home on Twitter, and the first thing that popped up was ass.
Oh, what a coincidence. What are the odds of that happening?
I wasn't
Scrolling,
I
right?
wasn't
He was
purposely-
clearly looking for something, and like I was like, okay, it was passing. But then he stopped and he pulled back. He's like, damn.
Oh, it's not gonna work, bro. The guy's gotta look at jiggly butts on Twitter.
double take.
It was impressive. I'm not gonna lie, but still,
Yeah.
big booty
back,
bitches.
so back to these parties. Initially, after the campaign ended, we knew that they were going to have a big problem getting recognized as official parties. So we knew that there was going to be some negotiating happening behind the scenes. The other thing then, as soon as the elections ended, automatically the PQ came out and said, we will not be swearing allegiance to the king.
Okay, so George, because sometimes you're very verbose and boring, this could have been summed up in fucking 30 seconds. Essentially, just go. The PQ did not want to swear an oath to the king of a foreign country.
And we know it's very common. This happens every time in the elections, but finally they end up doing it because these are the rules in place. But there's never anything done.
We'll get to that in a second.
To amend that law.
Okay.
Quebec Solidaire, by the way, is with them. They're it's the same thing. They don't want, because obviously they're a separatist party as well. They don't agree with swearing allegiance to the king.
So look, I don't agree with Quebec Solidaire because I like human beings, and I don't view my fellow man as scummy rats to be taken advantage of psychologically and monetarily. So I don't like Quebec Solidaire.
It's in their manifesto.
I don't
yeah.
like them. They're disgusting.
Scummy rats.
However, I do agree with them not wanting to swear allegiance to a foreign leader
Agreed.
when they're supposed to govern this country. And I have a bigger problem, George. The fact that you tell me, you're like, well, them's the rules, right? So it's so funny that the rules are not interchangeable.
it's just
No,
ceremonial.
but the rules, hold on, the rules, like, bro, how are you going to govern? These are the rules. You can't do it. But when it comes to shutting every fucking buddy down, they can't work, in putting up curfews, which are not part of the regular rules, or we're allowed to bend them, and now we have these emergency rules because. But when we need somebody to work, people that were voted in, now automatically, if you don't swear allegiance to a fucking fat-fingered foreigner,
Fat-fingered foreigner.
whose stupid bitch racist Diana killing wife died, then we're fucking
Mother.
mother, whatever the fuck, we're cool. We're fucking cool. Now, bro, sorry if you don't fucking follow the oath.
They bet when they bent the rules, and again, I'm not saying I agree or disagree with what happened in Ottawa, right? But in order to do these emergency
If
measures,
it's gonna fuck over a citizen, we could bend the rules.
no, they
But
had,
to suck this British cock, we have to do it.
Pantelis, the point I'm trying to make is that even then, to impose an emergency measures, they still had to pass legislation in order for that to happen. They didn't just say
They didn't pass shit, bro. They did this and then they went back. Even now, that's why
he's
even
right.
Trudeau's Emergency Act is being looked into. They passed it, said we have to, and we'll look into it later. Why don't they do the same? They go, look, we'll look into maybe amending this oath thing. Get to work. Let's work, and then we'll all get together and talk about, guys, do we really want this oath?
But that's fine. And I came out and said I'm not the biggest monarchist, and I couldn't care less.
Aren't you though?
But the fact is that it's inscribed in the fucking constitution. Like, how do you go around
but
it, right? And
Who
and-
gives
and
a shit? Women used to not be allowed to vote. You change things, bro. You move forward.
Yeah, you change them. But in order, the argument that I was making is that I don't have a problem. Change it. But in order for you to change the law, in order for you to amend the law, you have to table a bill. And to table a bill, you got to sit in the House. And to sit in the House, well, there are the rules that are in place.
Why the fuck would why do you have to be a stickler? Why do you have to be a stickler for this type of thing? Right? Like a stop sign at 3 a.m. when there's no one there. No one's stopping for 5 seconds and going. We understand as a society, it's useless. Why the fuck are we sticking to swearing allegiance to this fake Greek? Why are we doing it?
Fake Greek?
Yeah. Why are we doing it?
How'd you get there?
You don't know his lineage?
I know his lineage, but I've never heard him claim to be Greek.
They all claim to be Greek. All these concepts.
he did.
Yeah, he claims to be Greek. Yeah. You are not one of us, sir.
So look.
You're an inbred swine.
So what's
Agreed.
happening now, and this is where things are getting spicy now, because the PQ had the Q. So both PQ and Quebec Solidaire did not swear allegiance to the king. They only did the portion of the swearing-in ceremony where they pledged their allegiance to the people of Quebec, which is perfect. So for the entire time now, since the swearing-in ceremony, Quebec, the Parti Québécois had an ally, right? They're like, oh, we have Quebec Solidaire. We have 14 people at least. We can go and convince the government that just a motion is enough. We don't need to change bills and whatever, just so we can sit.
Just the motion, it's enough. It doesn't need the extra inch, just the motion.
And then we can proceed to changing the law. So what happened yesterday was a turn of events. Quebec Solidaire, Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois came out and said, well, you know what? Finally, we're going to swear allegiance to the king.
Pussy's gonna pussy, dog.
Well, because look, the Speaker of the House, the President of the National Assembly came out and said, he issued a statement and said that, listen, you cannot sit in the House based on our rules if you haven't sworn allegiance to the king. It's there. Do what you want after you're sitting in the House, but until then, you have to swear allegiance. And only that, he went even further, and he authorized the Sergeant at Arms to intervene if ever any of these MNAs that haven't sworn allegiance to the king would sit in the House. So is it I see it as a threat, but at the end of the day, the Parti Québécois came out and said, look, we're hoping that it doesn't have to get there. We're confident that we're going to find some sort of agreement. But in case, that's the question I have. What happens if you don't find an agreement and on the 29th of November, you show up in the parliament? Like, how embarrassing will that be when the Sergeant at Arms kicks you out of the parliament?
To me, that's not embarrassing.
That's embarrassing to the country.
Yeah, that's not embarrassing for the person getting kicked out.
I don't want it to get there. But here's what I find interesting now. Don't forget, both of these two parties now are starting to negotiate on being recognized as official parties to get that official party status. With the results they
You mean
get,
official opposition?
No, to get official party status.
Yeah, they all get together like, yo, the official after party is happening at my place.
To be recognized as a party in the National Assembly. They didn't meet the criteria. Their numbers weren't enough. So they're negotiating that. So Quebec Solidaire now comes out yesterday and says, finally, look, we don't agree with what the President of the National Assembly said, but he is the President of the National Assembly. We have to respect the decision. So we're going to swear allegiance and we're going to sit. And the first thing that we're going to do is table a bill so that we can change this this rule.
I mean,
hate these people.
whatever.
Leaving the PQ to hang, literally. So when Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois was questioning the news in the media yesterday, he said, well, look, we called the PQ and we asked them to sit down so that we could figure out a solution so that we can sit in the House, and they didn't want. They closed the door, and therefore we had to go along with what the President of the National Assembly said. We're going to do it. We don't like it. We're going to pinch our fucking nose because it stinks, but we're going to do it anyway. And the most important thing for us is that soon as we sit in the House, we're tabling this this bill. Okay. Pascal Bérubé from the Parti Québécois came out and said, that's not exactly what happened. In fact, it's the opposite. We called Quebec Solidaire so that we can work on a common text, on a joint motion, so that we can table and pressure the CAQ to accept it and let us sit in the House without having to pledge allegiance to the king. And then in that tweet, he said that it's just funny that Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois and the Quebec Solidaire changed their decision. They're rallying with the CAQ on this file, strangely enough, while the negotiations are starting to happen on party recognition. And he left it at that, which is very interesting. Like, it's a give and take kind of thing. And that's I put up an episode this morning for everyone wanting to watch that. What are they? Are they selling out on their fundamental
George, can I just say something?
beliefs?
So
that they can be recognized.
They have
as
no
a party?
fundamental beliefs, George.
You just told this story, right? You recounted this tale of, not a very engaging tale, but you recounted it. Do you now see why I get so mad that you even tell these stories, or that you participate in this fucking farce?
I think
this
it's
gladiatorial
exciting.
bullshit. That's what I'm getting at. A party took a stand. Back down. Forget the reasons. Forget the fucking.
It was a fake stand.
It was a no. I'm not saying it was a fake
It
stand.
was a fake stand. They tried to sucker people like me, the anti-kings, into it. But I knew
you
that
were
they-
pro Queens.
No, they went along.
no, but
because
George,
that's fundamentally what they believe in. But when the President of the National Assembly came out and said, "Look, these are the rules,"
You've missed
you're not
my
gonna be
point.
able to
Then
sit-
have
Hold
some
on.
integrity.
You've
Have some
missed-
integrity and keep fighting.
You've completely missed my
PQ was
point.
doing so.
That's what happened. You told the story. And then the other party's like, don't know what happened. This is actually what happened.
Yeah.
Like, The fact that you participate
Bitches.
in this charade and this
a
theater,
charade.
is like, do you understand now? Like, they're just a bunch of bitches doing bitch
Stealing
things
our money.
because they're not qualified to do a real job. So they go there, they spend our money, and they do nothing because the fonctionnaires really run the country. Let's be serious. We don't need any of the
Ask
politicians.
the real questions, George. Why does BlackRock own fucking more than 50% of the GDP of the United States of America? Ask these goddamn
what does that have
questions.
to do with anything? No.
Ask the real
Where
questions.
did that come from? What the
I'm
fuck?
calling for anarchy once again. I'm here once again to ask you to support me in calling for anarchy. Burn it all down.
I just think it's interesting, and you know, everyone kind of suspected, because at some point you're gonna have to sit down and, you know, pick which one do you want. Do you
No,
want
you
to be
really don't.
recognized as
You
a,
don't.
do you want to be recognized as a party, or do you not want to swear in? Like, I mean, you can't have everything.
Can't
gonna
you
have
though,
the
George? You
flyest
can take
party in
both
town.
pills. Take a red pill, take a blue pill, boom, purple.
Yeah, not sure about that.
You're tripping. You're tripping the life fantastic.
So look, yeah, so just
hold
to
on,
finish
George.
this,
Hold on.
the other interesting thing is to know that,
got
let's say the
stepped on by
PQ now,
George.
let's say the PQ now doesn't budge, right? They stick to their guns and they will not pledge allegiance to the king.
Good.
What is going to happen? Like, the parliament is going to open.
Here is
and
what
they
should
won't go
happen.
in. Like, they're going to stay outside. What's going to happen?
So, George, you're asking vague questions you think nobody will answer. This guy right here volunteers to answer.
You there in the front with the
yeah,
man bun.
This guy. This is what should happen. The other parties should grow a pair and have some integrity and get together
tits?
and be like, here's what we're going to do. We're all together, going to vote while these guys are out because they can't be in. We're going to vote that this is nonsense and this should not be a thing that we need. We're going to vote it out. We no longer need to vote for the king. To swear an oath to the king,
No one
get
votes
back
for
in
the
here,
king.
baby, and now you're in. That's what
Yeah,
they
of
should
course,
do
but you know
if
how-
they
yeah,
had
but you
any
know how-
goddamn integrity.
But you know how long that might take?
Well, it should. Look, here's the thing. If it takes so long, that means that you are, as well as they, admitting that the government is fucking useless, antiquated, and useless.
Go on.
Look,
Very useless.
the positive thing in this is that both
Who's that?
the CAC agreed
Demonstrating
to this
and
bill,
writing
and
ambient sounds.
this week we found out that even the liberals don't really have a problem with passing to changing the rule to having that as an option, right? If you want to pledge allegiance to the king, it's
Yeah.
optional.
Well, I heard them talking about it. They said, because they were questioned about it, they said, we have no problem removing the Pledge of Allegiance to the King, but we would like to see more baby blood drinking in the house.
Hey, let me ask you a question. You know when they ask you to swear an oath in court
Yeah.
to the Bible?
It's not the Bible anymore.
It's not the Bible anymore?
No, it's
No, it's removed.
it's
Even
on the
National
code of
Senate had
conduct of the
Bible, and
city or
that's gone.
something. I
So even they
forget.
took that out.
Yeah, we're a secular state.
Okay, so then
We
why the
have
fuck
been.
are we
Because
swearing
he's-
allegiance to the
'Cause he's not a-
inbred
he's
Down
not-
syndrome
He's
swine?
not a deity.
What is this? He's not a god, bro.
He's not a god.
He's not a god?
He's not
Really?
the god king.
Oh shit! Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he wasn't elected and he just rules over us.
He's a regent.
He's our head of state, guys.
By the way, Jorge Rosales dropped $2 dues in the super
What does he
chat.
say?
Yeah.
He goes G&D and Lucius.
G&D is what? Guns and doses?
I have no idea what he means by that.
Gabriel Nadeau-Dubois.
Ah,
And
That
Luci-
makes more sense in
And
the
Lucius
context.
Malfoy are clowns.
fuck yeah.
Who is Lucius Malfoy?
Mano
The
Massé.
father of Malfoy.
Biggest trans activist in the city.
What are
Was
they
it
transactivating?
was you that was comparing it to what's her face?
What?
What?
It was on your show, no? That you're comparing him to Manon Massé?
Comparing who to Mano Massé?
Lucius
Lucius
Malfoy.
Malfoy.
Oh no, it was people on my show. I don't really know
is
much
Lucius
about the Harry
Malfoy?
Potters.
I have kids, so I've seen them.
I've never
Yeah.
seen my kids.
What?
You haven't seen your kids?
I've never seen the Harry Potter movies. Only the first one. It was boring, and I stopped.
No, I like them, man. They're really good.
Yeah,
They're
you
really good
would.
movie.
Yeah, they're but you know what? They do appeal the Quebec Solidaire to the simpletons.
Explain.
Yeah, people who still believe in the farce, who don't understand anything about economy, are like, this makes perfect sense. We're all gonna be rich.
What are you talking about now?
For Quebec Solidaire's plan, especially taxing the millionaires, which millionaires now includes anyone that has any type
the
of
ultra.
assets.
No, they called them the ultra rich.
They
the
wanna
ultra
tax
rich
assets.
of $1 million,
Have
which
assets, an asset value
holy
of $1 million.
fuck, that's so stupid.
This is one of the greatest ruses ever pulled.
But it shows, but it's a
Inflate-
good, but it's a good IQ test though. It's a
Let's
good IQ. If
tax
somebody
the
doesn't
assets.
understand, yeah, if somebody doesn't understand what that means, it's a good
very
IQ test.
clever. Let's jack up all the prices of the houses and then say tax the millionaires.
Yeah.
But now everyone's a millionaire.
Yeah, the people who can
so
barely
then
afford.
everyone's getting taxed
they're
more.
$900 mortgage.
Bro, this is super villain type of ruses.
Yeah.
This is Scooby Doo shit, bro.
This is what has always fucking.
Oh,
worried me
Stefan,
about
that
this.
is actually true. Yeah, it's everyone poor. That's what they're equal. Everyone
Well,
poor.
that's what communism is because we can't
Yeah.
all be rich. So we
Yeah.
gotta, if we're all
Right,
equal,
yeah,
we're all just
everyone
poor.
equal.
Yeah.
By the way, the first guy ever to get elected with Quebec Solidaire was Amir Kadir. This guy makes half
Yeah.
a
But that
million
name, bro.
dollars
That
a
guy
year.
has a badass name,
Amir
though.
Kadir.
Yeah, he does have a badass
Amir
name,
Kadir.
but-
That guy's an
this
amazing
guy-
name, bro. I want to vote
this
for
guy
him.
Is,
Wasn't
he's
he
a
in Gitmo?
doctor. I can't remember what kind of doctor, and he lives in fucking Saint Lambert. He makes $500,000 a year. This is the guy that represented Quebec
So
Solidaire.
it always happens like that. Yeah.
forever.
So he takes most of his salary and he gives it to just other people, right?
No.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah,
he just lives off 30
Negative.
grand.
Negativo.
30 grand, that's not that, bro. Easy, you can live off 30
Negativo.
grand. You're rich. You should
No.
be taxed if you only make 30
But
grand.
you know what the thing is, guys? This is what's always bothered me about these populist parties. They come out with all these things that sound appealing.
Yeah, they make
and
no sense.
Draw a lot of but they draw a lot of support, and the support that they get.
Don't you want to make as much as a doctor? You're like, yeah. He's like, doctor's gonna make $14 an hour under my watch. Don't you want to make as much? If it's a fine print that nobody reads.
But that's what bothers me, because the people that support them, I'm not so sure that they read and fully understand their platforms. They're
Oh, no,
like,
you
yeah,
can
that
be
sounds
sure.
good.
George,
Yes,
you
we're
can
gonna
be sure
support
that they haven't read anything and they don't understand anything.
In their defense, read or not read, it will make no difference. Just like every other party. There's parties that have platforms that they can actually accomplish. Conservative liberals, they've had some platforms that they
Maybe
can
not
actually
on the
accomplish,
whole,
and
but
they don't
yeah.
do them. They still don't do them. So what does it matter?
It's a reality TV. It's
They
Big Brother. We're just
100%.
voting for who we
you
like.
Can't, you can't do 100% of your platform.
No,
I
but
mean,
bro, try to do something.
Or at least pretend to try.
Yeah.
Well, look,
remember when
there's-
Trudeau,
I
when
can't-
he
I
came
can't
in, he
remember,
said,
yeah, I
"I'm
can't remember
inheriting all kinds of money. This budget's huge. Don't worry, we got this." And then he went to like, "I lost my money. What can I do? I'll try to women's splain." You remember that? You remember that?
Buy some Ukrainian bombs.
No, but
Dimitri
there's an
Bond. I like that
institution,
joke
I can't
I
remember what
made. It
it's
was a good
called
joke.
here, that does like a
was that?
really deep analysis of all these promises and the platforms. And usually when elections come around, they have like this the results, right? Like how much of this did they accomplish? The CAC, right at the elections, right before the election started, I think they were like at over 85% of what they had promised that they had accomplished.
It's true. I have seen a lot less visible minorities in my neighborhood.
Whether it's good or bad, whatever they said, 85% is a good score.
Like what
What did they promise, by the way, the
well,
CAG?
the stuff they promised, they weren't just veiled threats. They
They were
them.
unveiled
They-
threats. Like, actually, take out your veil. That's part of the thing that they were platforming on.
Why you gotta step on it like that?
I'm not saying, look, guys.
But now
whether
we're
it's
back.
good
Now
or
the CAC
bad,
was right. Now all the same people that were saying put your veil on are saying take it off. Take off your veil. We stand with the women of Iran. Well,
Yeah, that's
true.
an issue now here, eh? Because you have, like, for example, the Liberals and Quebec Solidaire that didn't vote for Bill 21, and now they're supporting the movement in Iran. They're like, wait a second.
veils are
Do you
barbaric.
know what those women are fighting for in Iran? Because you guys voted for the complete opposite over here.
It's a good time. If you don't
Honestly,
stand for
did
something,
see
you
that,
stand for nothing.
Did you see that reel I sent you the other day where the guy's talking about? Oh fuck! He's going on about how we have a democracy is for the people, by the people, of the people.
Except
but
the people are retarded. Oh, is that what he said? Oh, high five!
That's what he said. I sent it to you, right?
I never saw it.
No?
No, where'd you send it?
Did I send it? Let me check. Go on, George.
The people, they're retards, is what they are. What other news you got, G?
That's it for me, man. I gotta go, but I want to listen
here.
to this clip.
Here.
Oh, he's got it.
Okay, I'm just gonna play the audio for you guys.
Because democracy basically means government by the people, of the people, for the people.
Facts.
But the people are retarded.
Bro, let me tell you something. Another victory for the Indians.
Yeah.
Bam, check
I don't
one,
think he
baby.
was Indian, actually.
Isn't he part of the WEF? This guy?
No, that does not sound like a WEF
No,
type of.
hold on. I've seen some shit online about.
I don't know who he is.
No,
It's from.
you're mixing up Indians.
What's his name?
I don't know. It's like a
I know this guy. He's-
uncontextualized clip from an account called Haram Police. Bro, my Instagram is wild. It's very eclectic. I
Haram
have
Police?
very different.
What the?
I have a lot of
fuck?
different interests. Haram Police.
One of them is haram stuff.
Yeah, I love
So
haram
George,
stuff.
you
My
have to
favorite.
leave.
I gotta go, guys.
Where are you
I gotta
going,
All right, so
George?
we're not gonna play you out, George. We're gonna let you go. Check out George
In silence.
Backstage podcast. Links are
Just
in the
us
description.
dads.
Just us dads. Follow G Funk. We're gonna stay on for like another 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll bounce as well.
Oh, yeah?
What do you guys feel?
You got shit to do?
Yeah. Oh, you gotta help me take a self tape where I play the role of a New York taxi driver.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I will not change my accent though, but I will look in the rear view and talk to the little girl that's in the back. She kind of annoys me, but then I'm like, all right, you could talk about dinosaurs. That's kind of the gist of it.
Fucking high art happening at the studio today. Hey, so you like dinosaur? What's your favorite dinosaur? Like the Tyrannosaurus? Or you like
Yo,
like
you
the
like the
Stegosaurus?
T-Rex?
Yeah, T-Rex, the king of the fucking
I love
jungle.
dinosaurs or something else. I forgot what she talks about. You know.
Okay, George, bye.
Later, G.
Tyrannosaurus.
Yes. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah,
So
now
here's
that
the
George
thing.
is gone, let's spit facts.
Yeah, let's spit facts. Fact number 1. Every Tuesday night at the Bordel Comedy Club,
Ooh, I
there
heard about
is
this.
comedy, but in English, happening again this Tuesday. 9:15 p.m. is the time the show starts. We got guests. We got celebrities. Most importantly, we got me. I'm there. I'm hosting every fucking Tuesday night. Hey.
Where are you finding all this big ass talent you bringing in?
I've been harnessing this talent for
Harnessing talent, huh?
for like 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah.
Locals?
So come join us.
Not only local
Both.
comics.
I
huh?
got internationals. I got the locals. All
Yo,
English.
Why are you displacing local talent by importing it?
Sometimes you gotta.
I know.
Sometimes you gotta.
Yeah.
Add some new blood to
I
the
like
pool.
that. What is the Le Bordel called in English? Is it
The whorehouse.
the Le Bordel or just the Bordel?
I call it the bordel.
Not the Le Bordel.
No, that's retarded. But
What do you mean?
The bordel?
You ever been to the mall in Greece, in Athens? The mall. It's called the
Yeah,
mall.
the
They
mall.
call it to the mall. It's
No.
hilarious.
Really?
They go, "Πάμε στο the mall." They say both.
No,
The
that's
English,
not what my people. Things not πάμε στο mall. That's what
στο
they
the
say.
mall.
That's they say mall.
So funny. Sto the mall.
Your family's fucked.
They're
That's
not my family. They're just people I've known in Athens.
No one told me that in Athens. But then again, we don't run into the same people. That's all.
No,
it is.
you're more like a Ne Philadelphia kind of vibe, and I hang out like Kedro.
Kedro.
Kendra.
So also soon we will announce there will be another comedy night starting in December on Thursday nights.
Tell us
that
about it.
Poseidon will be running in French at an undisclosed location as of right now.
Poseidon
in
is running his own show, eh?
downtown. Well, I'll be behind the scenes.
It's a comedy show? Or
it's
it's
a
like
comedy show,
horse?
stand up French.
Oh, okay.
All
I
the
thought it was horse.
stars will be there.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool, bro.
and none of these are open mics. By the way, so here's the other thing.
Will you also be performing?
Because I get requests. I get requests.
I'll
Like,
be
yo,
there.
Not yet, at least.
Oh,
can I do the mic on Tuesday nights? And it's from people who have done stand up twice. And I'm like, bro, it's not an open mic. It doesn't say open mic anywhere. It's for
How would you
professional
feel about
comedians.
someone who had never done it? They're really like taking a risk there. That might be interesting.
Yeah, no,
I'll do it.
Wouldn't be interesting.
Can I do it?
No, people pay money for tickets.
What's the deal with school buses and black people? That's my whole bit.
So yeah, I just wanted to let you know what
on,
the
there's
fuck
something
is
there.
up.
Before you came, we were talking about the bus situation, and he goes, "She didn't see." I didn't say the creed or color of my assailant, my car's assailant, and he goes, "She hit the car because it's black, and she doesn't see color." I go, "Who told you she was black?" And Poseidon's reaction was the best. He's like, "She was black."
She was black.
She was black, yeah.
So what he said doesn't make any sense.
No, but he didn't know that.
Oh,
it was just the reaction that was funny. He was like, "What?"
I
was
assumed
black?
I assumed she was a white French lady.
No, she was a.
In my head, I saw the parking attendant
she
here.
was an ang. That bitch has got some crazy Kanye vibes, eh?
No, leave her alone.
She
bro.
said some crazy shit to me the last couple of days.
How
About-
dare you
about the
insult
Jews?
Kanye like
About the
this?
Jews.
Goddamn, we're getting demonetized. What did she say?
I can't. I will get demonetized. I can't.
Really?
I can't.
Really, that bad?
I can't. I can't. I didn't sign an NDA, but I won't do it to us.
There's no way.
She's
She
some
doesn't
wild
say
shit.
anything. Where do you have time? You're parking.
I'll tell you after
What
the
does she
show.
yell at? The Jews!
She doesn't let me leave. She
Yeah.
puts her arm on the edge of the car so that I can't. Because
I slowly
I
start.
slow creep, and I'm like, all right, I don't.
I accelerate very aggressively.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
just
do
your
that.
life. Yeah.
Weird.
So wait, what did she say?
No, I'm not telling you. I'm not going to.
Is it that bad?
It's pretty bad. I'm not going to
you'll
repeat it
tell me
on
after.
there.
That's weird.
And it's about a specific tenant in the building, so
You
I'm
want,
not
me to
going
speak, you want me to speak to her about my people that are coming to the studio, you don't fucking tell them some weird ass shit. Don't make them uncomfortable.
She doesn't
You feel
talk
me?
to other people, just us.
She talks to him.
She talks to people who rent here, not to people we bring in. Like she
Oh,
doesn't know.
okay.
She's not that friendly.
Okay.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah, she was a super anglophone, but perfectly bilingual Caribbean black woman. I was actually blown away by how fast she jumped between languages and how clean her accent was. I'm like, you clearly have skills. Why are you driving a bus?
Well,
You do that poorly. That's not one of your skills. You have other skills. You're very well spoken, eloquent.
However, we do know that in this country, if you come with a degree from another country, they don't respect it.
I don't think she was an immigrant. She's probably born and raised here. Like the way
So
she
she
spoke
likes
English.
to drive buses.
Not well.
Well,
She fucking mad maxed me.
Let me ask you a fucking question. What do you have against women?
Nothing really.
They're trying.
They are trying.
They're trying, bro. It's gonna take a while. How long have men been doing this? A lot longer. That's why.
My favorite
it's
thing
not
is
fair. It's not fair to do this to the ladies. Everyone judges the women as if they had the same amount of experience. They haven't yet. Let them grow into it.
Such a piece
Let
of
them
shit.
learn. This is a very, very bad thing people do. Mostly by dudes like you and this fascist fucking.
Why are you mansplaining to me now?
guy right there?
You don't know
Poseidon.
my gender.
Poseidon, what are you doing, bro? Why are you texting?
Business.
This fucking
He's
guy,
an
bro.
idiot.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things, like these, like the small victories. You know, you ever have small, quiet victories that no one really knows you're having?
All the time.
Like, okay,
I also have a lot of failures.
No, no.
Quiet, some very loud. A lot
a
of
lot
loud
of failures lately for me in the last 10 days.
Yeah.
But quiet victories are, this is one of my favorites. We're driving, right? Someone cuts me off, does something super dangerous. I honk. They don't even know. And as we drive by, my wife, who's in the passenger seat, looks over and goes, of course it's a fucking woman driving. For me, that's a small victory.
That's amazing.
And then
That's
you
so
tap her on the
amazing.
head, you go, you finally get it.
No, because then it'll
amazing.
ruin it. She'll never say it again. So
That's
good though.
so amazing.
Yeah, you see, Rosalie in the chat just said she doesn't even know how to parallel park.
What do you mean?
a coincidence.
Do you know how to drive?
All
though?
the women Poseidon knows also do not know how to parallel park.
Explain.
What is it with women and parallel parking?
Bro, my wife can parallel park.
My wife
but
can
hold
do
My
on.
wife
it.
can drive manual.
Really?
Ah, but
I can't even drive
your
manual.
wife-
She's
your
more
wife-
of a man than I am.
your-
But
I can't drive manual either.
she's from a third world country though, so.
Yeah, she
Well,
she lived
is
in
it?
Arabic countries.
Abu Dhabi is pretty fucking first world compared to everyone else.
What
yeah.
about the rest of the country?
What do you mean? The UAE is top notch.
Is that where she's from?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Wasn't she
I
in
thought she
France as
was-
well?
She was in France too, yeah.
Okay, that's
Oh,
okay. So it doesn't count.
No, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
I thought she
that's
was
where she
from
lived,
where
manual
you
and
visited her.
parallel parking. You have to in France, bro. It's insane.
No, but she mostly lived in the UAE and Tunisia.
I assume that not Tunisia, but the UAE has big roads. Like they're not tight.
I don't know what they do.
It's a brand new country, basically.
Who gives a
Everything's brown new, bro.
It seems to be a common issue. Women parallel parking.
I don't know. I know that the female brain and the male brain observe and experience space differently.
Yeah.
Like something about the way we're wired.
One does it stupidly.
No, just the way like. I'm not saying all women can't, but
No,
like we
obviously,
just
you're fucking
experience
around,
it
yeah.
differently. But parallel parking seems like it would fall into that set of geometric trickery for them.
Why? I thought that was just a joke that we make.
I struggle.
I thought we
with,
should make fun of them.
I struggle with passenger side parallel parking. I always have. I can still do it, but it's more complicated because.
Oh, really? I'm more comfortable.
I was about to say the same
parallel
thing.
parking
I'm more
on the
comfortable on
right.
the other side. I
that's
can do
weird.
both, no problem. But I'll always prefer and go for the left hand parking. It's just you're right there, bam, you're in.
That's true too. Good
You know,
point.
it's a pop and a pop. You know, I don't know.
Both excellent points. Now, I do
Thank you,
think
thank
that
you.
this new technology
were
with the
studied.
cameras and the sensors do alleviate some of the pressure of
For
parallel
women, yeah.
parking. For everyone.
For everyone.
For everyone.
I don't think I would use those for parallel parking. Maybe in 5 years.
What do you mean? Me, every time I do it, it's automatic. The camera turns on. It's
Oh, I thought you meant the automatic one.
Oh no, I've never. I
No,
don't
the
trust,
camera-
I don't trust the robots that
Okay,
much
yeah.
to
When I
automatically
first
park
got
for
a
me.
backup camera, I was like, I'm never using this. I don't trust it.
I
I,
love
have
backup
eyes.
cameras.
I turn around. Now, the other day, my camera went offline. Something was wrong with the car. I just didn't park. I just kept driving.
I'm gonna say something to you right now that's gonna make you angry.
Oh no.
Only this car that I have now has a rear view camera. The one that I had before
Same.
did not have one.
Neither did mine.
Ha! I have never in my life turned around to.
Me neither.
I've never looked behind
Never?
me. Never. I use the mirrors.
Yeah.
Really?
That's what they're there for. I've never in my
seriously.
life done it. I've never crashed. I've never done any of this
You
shit.
don't fucking. Hold on.
Yeah. Never in my life. I'm
Never?
not a retarded person. No.
Oh, you're crazy.
I know, because here's the thing.
One of your ancestors isn't Greek. It's that
No,
simple.
no. It's
If
because,
you don't this-
no. It's because I know how mirrors work.
I understand
don't.
mirrors
I
also,
don't
thank
think
you.
ghosts are in them, and that my reflection is a demon.
You're
I
backing
understand
up,
how
you
they
see-
work. So I have 3 mirrors, bro. It fucking helps. Yeah.
My first car only had 2 mirrors.
yeah, I always thought
it
it was-
didn't have a passenger side mirror.
Oh, that's funny.
It's like
but, I
it was
always
old.
thought it was very simple. Like as soon as you turn, as soon as your bumper hits the curb, you just turn the other way.
Why are
Your
you hitting the
bumper.
curb?
My bumper has never hit the curb.
No, in the mirror, as soon as your bumper touches, like, anyways, I'm not explaining it wrong, but at a certain
Very.
point, when you look at your mirror, you know when
You
to turn
don't
the
actually,
steering wheel the other
technically,
way.
you don't need any of it. If you line up
Yeah, your car.
your mirrors with
Yeah,
the car in
exactly.
front of you, you more or less know once you get to like halfway through the hood, you got to pivot.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think like I don't have like 50 million things that I think about. Like,
No, you just
the curb,
do.
this and that. It's just natural. The only thing I look for in the reviews in the mirrors is if anyone's walking by, if a child is walking.
Yes, fine.
Because if a child is crossing, you have to go faster because they can get away. They can get away, bro. They're quick. They're quick.
I wasn't ready for it. Oh, I need to
Yeah. So, lady drivers.
like I
More
said.
on that later.
Big news on the morning show.
Yo, I saw something. I spoke about it on the French cast that's coming on
I hate you
Patreon.
so
soon.
much.
I saw a New York Post yesterday, and I was like, New York Post journalists are fucking retarded, bro. So there's a woman in New York yesterday. She was jogging at 5:30 in the morning, and she got choked out and raped. Okay, so she was choked out, passed out, thrown on the floor, raped violently by we don't know what, and then the guy escaped it, but stole her wallet, her cards, whatever. So
Raped
the woman
and robbed,
wakes
eh?
up.
Wow.
Yeah, the woman wakes up. She's walking around. Another girl, a younger girl now, 23, who was jogging, or 23 is jogging, finds her. It's like, what's going on? There's something clearly wrong.
When was this?
Yesterday. This happened yesterday
okay.
morning. So the other girl's like, holy shit, this woman was beaten and raped or whatever the fuck. So she waits for the cops to get to in the ambulance. So the other woman's fucked up, right? Bro, do you know what the New York Post asks the woman? So what do you think? You still jog around here in the future? What's your situation? She's like, no, I think I'm going to use a treadmill. It's like, bro, why would you? That's insane. That's an insane fucking question. That's an insane
That's like
fucking
asking
question.
a soldier who lost a limb. So you're thinking about going back to Iraq?
What do you think? What do you think? War?
You're back
Dangerous?
to war.
What do you think? Bro, you see that and you're like, people are mentally retarded.
I was watching a clip yesterday of Tucker Carlson talking to this guy who pulled this huge hoax, created a fake. Have you seen this? Created a fake company that got invited to all these major mainstream news outlets to talk about.
I like what you're saying.
How he was hiring protesters to fight protesters.
I like exactly
And it
what
was
you're saying.
clearly theater. And about 8 minutes, because Tucker Carlson was calling him out, like, we looked into you, we vetted you, we can't figure out who you are. Your company's not real.
Because it's fake.
And the guy's like, well, I'm not saying that the company's fake, but I'm just saying it's pretty easy to get on the news and say whatever the fuck you want nowadays. And you see the moment Tucker Carlson realizes that, like,
I've been had.
oh my God, that's what's happening. And I thought, I'm like, wow, you got a fucking, and the guy was great. He's like, apparently this big corporate guy, he's like in a vest and he's like, yeah. He's like drinking water, and like the Wall Street Journal interviewed him, CNN had him on. And I thought that was like, look at journalism. Look at the state of journalism.
Oh, journalism
right now.
doesn't
It's
exist.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
No,
the
it's
only true journalism anymore
Did you see when
is
Twitter...
documentary.
Oh, I love documentaries. I'm working on one right now. Did you see when Twitter? When it was bought by Elon Musk?
Yeah.
They were like, he's being mean. He's firing people, and they were interviewing people that were faking working at Twitter, and they thought it was real. There was a guy with this box, like, yeah, I've been here for years, and it sucks. And he's saying this whole thing about how this fascist has taken over, and now who knows what's gonna happen to
Why do
Twitter?
people hate Elon
And
so
then he
much?
does this. He's like, I'm sorry, guys. I gotta go home. I gotta talk with my wife and her boyfriend, see what she thinks. And then,
Nah.
They found a random fake
and
guy,
kept
cuck.
it. They kept it. They're like, this guy is and then people who were watching were like, yeah, you guys are getting played. Yeah, you guys are getting
But
trolled.
why do people hate Elon Musk so much?
It's because he has money.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
that all it is?
Yeah, it's because he has money. He's not even the way, dude.
I saw that Dorsey's launching a new app,
Good for him.
that he funded through Twitter, which
Yeah,
is
anyways,
to be a Twitter competitor.
It's a dumb thing because Dorsey spoke to Trump or to Musk and told him you should buy it, this and that. So I don't like the theater of in front being like it's evil. And I'll tell you another thing. A lot of these blue checkmark people,
Yeah.
bro, they're mental patients.
The blue checkmark people.
I saw a guy.
That's funny.
So first it started with Stephen King. Stephen King's like, if they charge me $20 a month to keep my check mark, I'm leaving Twitter. Yeah, Twitter's gonna be fine without you, Stephen King. And
Does he tweet?
You're a millionaire, yeah, all the time. It's always Trump stuff. Even though Trump hasn't been president in 2 years, it's always Trump stuff. So Stephen King, it's funny that he writes horror. He writes horror, clowns, decapitating this and that. But the scariest thing to this piece of garbage is paying $8 a month for service, which is fucking. God damn it, bro. That's tight
pretty
stirred to a
crazy.
new level, bro. Stop being a tight stir. It's part of your business. Now the rules.
The worst part about him is he was poor. Like, he shouldn't be such a.
Like, I want everything for free. So here's the other thing. Twitter will never be not free. The thing about, he even explained it so fucking clearly. What it is everyone uses Twitter. It's fucking free. But in order to remove bots and all that, basically, if you have your blue check mark, if you want to be verified, so if you're a business, if you're making money off Twitter,
Yeah.
you pay $8 a month, you have your verification, and then
verified?
your tweets are, no, of course I'm not verified, bro. I'm the enemy. I will be though in this new plan. You pay your $8 a month, you're verified, and you get priority tweets, so you're no longer shadow banned. Since you paid, your shit goes to the top of people who follow you, so you can always promote your shit. So as a business, it makes sense. It makes complete sense. I pay more for Netflix. It makes complete sense. Everyone else that wants to remain anonymous,
And you write it off.
And yeah, exactly. It's you're $200 a year. So everyone else it's not even that much, by the way. It's gonna come up to nothing. So everyone else that wants to remain anonymous with that stupid egg thing and just say "fuck your mother," do all that trolling on Twitter,
We don't
they
have
can
to deal
remain
with them.
anonymous, and they're still on there free. No one's getting kicked out. But then you have these people, AOC, Stephen King, other.
Yeah, she was
they
bitching
just-
yesterday about how she's shadow banned or
Yeah,
something.
she didn't realize that they were making fun of her. I think she hadn't updated her app or some shit. It was
Yeah.
fucking hilarious. She just doesn't know how it works.
She's a piece of work, her.
Yeah, her anyways. So they say, oh, freedom of speech is not free. You got to pay for it. No, you can still be there free. If you want to keep your stupid check mark and have stuff that businesses can have, like every other fucking platform, you pay your $8. That's what it is. This is crazy.
I mean,
to
we're
me.
going to move more and closer and closer to these pay models of being part of the networks, right? Like social
sense.
networks. It does make sense to me if you're a business. If you're an individual, I get it. You don't want to pay, but
And
you don't have to. You
don't
get some
have
ads.
to. It's just like
You
Spotify.
don't get the reach, but it does.
Spotify,
It does
I pay for
fuck-
Spotify.
It does fuck with organic virality of growth.
How?
So like, right now, you're still in a position where as a non-business, as just a random content creator who's just doing your thing for fun,
Right.
you can have a video pop off. It can still happen.
It could still happen.
But
But
if
even in the
you-
new
if-
Twitter, because the
No,
current Twitter,
in the current new version of Twitter, like the one we're moving into, it can still happen. But we're gonna move further away from that organic thing.
but
Everything
how?
will be pay
Because
to
right
play.
now, you know what the difference is that these check marks are still getting prioritized. They're just not paying for
Oh
it.
no, what's happening now is bullshit.
But that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah.
the same thing just that they're paying. It's not going to devalue anyone else.
One thing has nothing to do with the other, but it will have a causal
But I'm
effect
saying
on
is
the other.
how is what I'm saying. How?
Because the more people become businesses, let's just call them blue
Yeah, yeah.
checkmark businesses, the more space those will take up.
Right.
And as it grows and it starts to function properly,
Right.
if you want to be seen, you'll have to pay.
That's fine because you're trying to promote something. Because the people
Again, agree with
the
you.
people that
but
are
there
staying in
won't
the
be those
shadows.
outliers.
The people
the blow-ups.
But the outliers,
The Star
blo-
Wars kids.
But yeah, the Star Wars, not the Star
Not
Wars
Star
kids,
Wars kids.
But the blow-ups are all people who are taking content creation somewhat seriously, and they're on there, and they're most likely going to pay the $8.
Yeah,
The
but some
people
of them
that
are
this
not.
is-
Some of them take it seriously because they have a video blow up.
No one's
It
gonna,
happens.
Well, no, because you work on a video, create a video. No one's like magically in my hand, an amazing video popped up and I'm going to post it.
Well, no, you still worked
create
on it.
You
Yeah,
work
okay.
on it.
I see what you
The
mean.
people that this is going to change stuff for are the trolls that are anonymous. So Twitter
That's
is no-
fine. Fuck them anyways.
That's what I'm saying. Twitter is notorious for like one guy having 50 accounts,
Yeah.
and then dropping the N-bomb on your replies, making fun of you, calling you something, whatever, because they hate you. Okay,
I've never had that happen. No one hates me, I guess, on the internet.
get on my level, bitch.
Yep, but-
So the thing is now that's going to eliminate it because first of all you're going to stop fucking seeing those after a while, and if the people really want their shit. If they really want to get verified and they want to be known, they're gonna have to share their ID. They're gonna have to be verified. So a lot of these guys won't be able to create 9 accounts. These
Like, look,
13-year-olds
this
won't be
morning,
able to do that.
this person followed me. This is a bot account.
That's a fake account,
Yeah, of
but
course.
that's a hot ass Asian chick.
It's a golfer. Her name is Winnie Ting.
Oh, nice.
Or
She's winning all
this
kinds of
person
things.
followed me yesterday. I mean, this.
All right.
Maybe this is a bot account too.
It is a bot account, but
Yeah.
bro, that's a bod account.
It's a bot account.
Damn it. Poseidon, play us out.
Why does he have this on the screen?
Is that the tits of? Don't put that on YouTube.
No, it's
No,
not.
Yeah.
But why are you
That's,
showing us breasts?
Because
That's-
it was the first thing that popped up.
That's
when I
our
clicked on
friend
the homepage.
Ellen Boudreau. Poseidon, we know her. We've hung out with her. You can't just show her tits on screen. It's fucking
That's
weird.
weird. But I don't even know her
I'm just
personally. You're
saying,
showing
Twitter
me the
is a landmine. It's filled with landmines.
Yeah. Those are 2 of them.
bang, bang.
Guys, thank you for checking out the morning show. Remember, Pantelis Comedy is full of good content. If you're on the Patreon, you already have all the latest stuff. If you're not on the Patreon, get on that level because sooner rather than later, they're going to kick us off this goddamn platform. And Patreon now offers me the ability to upload
Directly to Patreon.
directly to Patreon videos. I don't have to use third parties
I
if I don't
saw
want to.
you sent me
So
that.
Patreon is using. I'm working on a documentary now that I get to put on there about my time in Athens. It's called Pantelis, Alive in Athens.
Alive?
In
Or
Athens.
live?
Alive.
Interesting.
Alive in Athens. Yeah. So I'm working on that right now. I'm gonna.
Alive and Athens.
I'll kill you.
I know. Hey, I have some news.
So I have that happening. So get on the Patreon, patreon.com/Pantelis. Support the goddamn nation. The latest episode of In Bed with Poseidon that already came out live on Patreon and then was redistributed on Patreon earlier today will be available for the normies on YouTube later today at 1 p.m. if you guys haven't caught that already. But I'm telling you, patreon.com/Pantelis. Linktree has all the dates over there. You can find me at the Bordel every Tuesday night at 9:15 p.m. It's quite the scene. Come on out. I had a lot of friends that I haven't seen in years come support on Tuesday. I was very excited. So check that stuff out. Poseidon is online. Poseidon, Linktree/I am Poseidon. All his links are there. His podcast links, his social links, ThePoseidon69, Twitter and Instagram. They're all there. So if you go to his Linktree/I am Poseidon, you can catch him on every social media platform. Follow him, creep on him, breathe on the back of his neck. Poseidon online right now.
That's very
Phil Bellbounce, bellbounce.com.
Yo.
Phil is also available online. Phil, if you go to his website, bellbounce.com, you will get links as well to all of his social media, all of his projects. You can even hire the son of a bitch. You can hire him to make a film and or commercial for you. Are you part of Adidas? Do you have a lot of right-wing ideas? Phil will make a commercial for you.
The money's
making
there.
it palatable to the general market.
Also,
Yeah.
Montreal Greek Film Festival.
Greek Film Festival.
I may or may not be having something slipped in. Some of my commercial work might actually make it into a screening.
It doesn't make any sense, but I support it.
Yeah, it's because it's a beautiful story.
I support it. Are you talking about Nyata?
Yeah.
I support it. I support all that. Also, go check out Nyata. Go eat their food. They're on Fairmount. Am I wrong? They're on Fairmount.
They're on St. Viator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about the bagels. Fairmount Bagels better than St. Viator, but St. Viator has one good place. It's Nyata. Check
Right
that
next
out.
door.
Thank you guys. PantelisComedy.com, patreon.com/Pantelis. Go fuck yourselves.
Bye.